Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. Welcome back to the May edition.
Did you cut out the other part?
I did cut out the other part because it made me look bad, so I cut it out.
Well, that's my favorite part of this podcast. When you look bad, when we can make you look bad or make you look like a D-bag.
Well, you know, I've been hard on people for not having their cell phones turned off historically, and I
don't know why.
As soon as I started recording, my cell phone goes off. Like it's never happened before.
But you do it a lot, though. For that to have been your thing a long time ago about doing that.
There's a lot of things that used to be my thing that's not my thing anymore.
Like what?
Like not cursing on the podcast for one.
You did that for a while. You did that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't curse.
Right. Kind of threw that out the window.
Say a lot. You say a lot.
Yeah.
Say a lot of bad words.
Yeah.
I wonder what Beverly thinks when she hears this podcast.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
How about Coel? We're going to have Coel on one of these days.
Couldn't tell you.
How about Curtis? When Curtis is listening to the field, he's like, what about my little brother?
I couldn't tell you what. I couldn't tell you.
I worry about what people,
I don't.
You don't care what anybody thinks?
Nope, not particularly.
You know what I like about you now?
What?
That.
That was gone for a while. It's back now, baby.
Good.
Yeah.
I just want
You know what I do? What I do think about though. This doesn't have anything to do with what you're going to say. It's just that I was looking at news things pop up on the television here. Jake Paul offered a world cruiserweight title fight. A YouTuber.
That's what the world's come to, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
YouTubers,
Mm-hmm.
influencers, as they like to say, influencers.
He's so Jake Paul is going to fight whoever this guy is, and
well, obviously that's Mary.
Yeah. Good luck saying that name.
I can't because you clicked off the article.
And then look here, Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
That's his brother.
They're going to fight.
Mm.
Why are these YouTube guys going to fight? But here's what I do like about it:
because they're
finally fighting boxers and not MMA guys. So one of them fought Ben Askren. Ben Askren being a MMA guy in boxing. Ben Askren's not a boxer. He's a world champion wrestler. He's not a boxer, and he got knocked out. Ben Askren got knocked out.
Well, these people know these people are paying to see them get their ass kicked.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because they're bad guys. Look at them. You can see their heels. They're natural born heels. You can look at them, and they're influencers, Lucas. That's what the world is now. It's
weird, isn't it? That influencer thing is weird.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know if we ever talked about that. I don't think we ever talked about the Cash Me Outside girl from Relevance 5 years ago, maybe, when she was on whatever show it was on.
Dr. Drew.
Cash Me Outside. How about that? She made, I think it said, as soon as she turned 18, she started a OnlyFans or whatever it's called and made $1 million in 6 minutes. Influencer.
So what is it that they influence? Culture, I guess.
Culture. I'm a dirty as old man as you can get, I guess, but I've never paid for an OnlyFans account from anybody. I've never felt the need to.
Is this kids doing that though? Paying for that? Paying for our OnlyFans?
Well, I hope so. I mean, because we've talked about this in jest several times on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Why you gotta pay for porn, man?
It's out there. Just because it's that one particular person doesn't make it any better than any other free thing that you can find.
I just don't get it. I don't get why people pay for porn subscriptions or OnlyFans. I mean, you gotta be
dedicated. Like you've been through the entire catalog of Pornhub, and you're gonna have to get a premium account.
I've always said that premium account doesn't make sense. I don't. And this we're rehashing old episodes here, but it still makes no sense that anybody asks for that premium account when you've got that 2 minute and 45-second clip that's offered to you for free.
How long do you need?
And And 2:45 is being generous. 7 minutes 42 seconds. I've seen some 36-minute ones in theory.
Right. In theory.
In theory,
I figure they're out there.
I figure they are if man wanted to look hard enough. So what do you get with the premium? We've always went there. Is it the kid over here in Red Bowling Springs that has the Brazzers?
He got the license plate
holder.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Keychain. Or not the keychain. What's that thing that people put their keys
Lanyard.
on? Lanyard. Yeah.
It's got to come with all that because what do you get? What kind of premium content? Are the storylines better in premium? I doubt it.
I wouldn't think.
I've never seen or heard, in theory, any great storylines. None better than the other. Plumber, pizza guy, stepmother, stepbrother,
dryer, oven, cleaning the floor,
getting stuck under the bed. That's a weird one I've heard about in theory.
Yeah.
Black, white, hermaphrodite.
What are we?
Latina.
Planes, trains, automobiles. I mean,
what are you doing?
Taxi cabs.
But still, 7 minutes 42 seconds probably gets the job done.
Yeah.
Because
the storyline goes out the window in about
pretty quickly
17, 18 seconds.
What kind of person you got to be to proudly wear a Pornhub t-shirt?
I say that I don't give a shit what people think. That guy don't.
Yeah. Yeah, we can play
I can play badass all day long. That guy lives it.
Yeah. And I can even, I don't know.
You wear that in front of grandma, you got some confidence,
Or lack of a lot of.
Yeah.
Lack of a lot of.
Yeah. Lack of a lot of.
IDGAF definitely should be across his windshield.
Yeah.
Even the shirt can be worn in jest of some sort, but if you go far enough to put it on your vehicle where everybody sees it all day, every day, whether you're driving in Red Bowling Springs.
You can't just pop that off,
No, like when you pull up to the red light with the pastor at church right next to you, maybe your third grade teacher, you're not getting out.
You give them the big wave. You don't give them a little wave like that either. You don't give them the...
No.
You either wink at them and smile or you give them the big wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it might as well, how people used to put "ain't scared" across their windshield? You might as well just have an old English letter that says, "Beat it like it owes me money."
Yeah. Ain't scared. He proved it. He's not. He ain't.
No fear.
No scared. No scared.
Good for them.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Whatever trips your trigger.
I don't even like. I'm a proud member of the
Honky Tonk Bar Association. Wait, that wasn't where you was going.
What's the life flight? What's the
Air-Evac Life Team?
I hate their stickers.
It's awful.
Well,
are you supposed to put it on your truck, or are you supposed to not put it on your truck? I mean, because I didn't, but I do pay the membership because I don't want to spend $16,000 or whatever it is on a.
I've got it. My beef with Air-Evac is
make a better sticker.
They give you a little sticker that you can put on like the front of your vehicle. I've seen that in instances, right on like your windshield in a small area. Then they've got the one for your keychain. They've got the one for your front door. But boy, that piece that they advertise for your back glass, it's like 12 by 12.
Yeah, you know, and I'm all for you supporting them. But why do I have to? Why is the decision to fly me out if it's been pretty bad made on whether or not I have the sticker?
Yeah.
Let's let the situation determine whether or not I need a flight. Not the sticker.
I don't like that it takes cool points off your vehicle. No. Listen. Granted, if I'm laying there and it's a bad situation, I'm not going to care about how my vehicle looks.
But you did right up until that point.
Because what stickers? Like I say, I pass vehicles.
I try not to put any stickers on.
Right. My old truck, though, I had like a sticker in every corner. Like it was just like a boom, like small, very, very, very subtle stickers. I had a little TriStar in the upper left corner. Had a Titan sticker in the upper right corner. And boom, the big 8x8, 12x12 Air-Evac. It takes up all the friggin' windshield. I just feel like, come on, dude.
Yeah, and really,
you think any 16-year-olds want to put on their vehicle with the wheels and
the only other thing you can put on the window that makes any sense is baby on board. At that point,
that's exactly what I was going to say. That's the only because you might as well put your two little cool stickers up top or none at all. But the baby on board's got to go back next to the Air-Evac. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
If we're determining that, is there not a way? Can I be put on my driver's license like I'm an organ donor or something? Can we not do something where I don't have to take up so much damn windshield space?
Yeah. Oh, and even if you are going to be an organ donor, don't write that shit on your your driver's license because they might not. You never know. They might not rush you onto the hospital if you're an organ donor.
I don't know.
All I'm saying.
I just wish there was a happy medium with AirVac. I'm going to talk to my agent, Lisa J. Arnett Gore, about this.
Lisa J., can we get a small sticker?
Small sticker.
Or maybe, if it's going to be 12 by 12, maybe make it a little bit less obtrusive. It's bright white.
Yeah.
I mean, the brightest white.
It's about as similar to an orange tea. Like if you see an orange tea dead center in the back of a glass, you're like, oh, he's a Vols fan.
You can see it from a distance too. Like you can see the orange. You may not like my eyes. If I'm 200 yards off, I can't tell what that sticker is, but it's orange, and I go, oh, it's UT.
Go Vols.
Yeah, I see a big bright white patch. I go, he's an AirVac.
Well, if he wrecks, he's taken care of.
That guy's getting an airplane or a helicopter, maybe an airplane.
Just maybe not so in your face.
Yeah. Maybe chill out a little bit.
Speaking of in your face, how about the big dick energy that you've got going on out here in the building, Mr. I can afford all these damn 2x4s over here in the next room?
You can't stop it. I mean, you can't hide money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You can't hide money. I've got 10 2x4s over there. Who wants them?
I know.
Bring that money.
Don't lowball me because I know what I got.
Yeah.
I walked in and meeting like, "Did you see my office?" I'm like, "Oh, we're showing out." I didn't know I was walking into a pissing contest here. I didn't whip it out.
You said no. Everything's nice, but what about them 2x4s, fancy pants?
Yeah, what you got on them?
Yeah.
I saw a meme from 80s wrestling on Instagram where it said, "Lumber price is so high, the $1 Million Man or the hacksaw Jim Duggan is more rich than the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase."
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's crazy.
I bought 15 8-foot 2x4s, 12 10-foot 2x4s, and then 8 more 8-foot 2x4s treated. $472.
Big dick
35
energy.
Boards, $472. I said, "Excuse me, what'd you say?" They said $472. I said, "Ooh, for 35 boards?" Yeah. All right.
Where'd you get these at?
Those come from Lafayette.
Jeez.
I said,
man can't afford to do nothing.
No. I said, well, I'm going to take these.
Unless you're Brandon Howell, he's building a whole addition on his house.
That's a bad time.
That's BDE right there.
There was somebody's getting ready to build a house that I know that I don't know that they're going to do it right now because it's just way off. And what's weird is I see videos of right across the Canadian border, like there's miles of road, and right off the side of the road, there's stacks and stacks and stacks of lumber. That's just come right over the border. That's got offloaded off the trains. It's not coming on down. I don't know what's going on there.
Well,
I just don't get it, Big Dan.
Did you run up? You just got back for a glorious family vacation, little mini vacay, as the girls call them.
I went to the zoo in Knoxville, and then we went to Dollywood.
Pretty solid zoo.
Yeah,
pretty solid.
It's all right.
Better than Nashville.
Yeah,
not as good as Memphis.
I went to the one in San Diego. It's as good as the zoo in San Diego. It's not as good as San Diego's Adventure Park.
Well, not much is, right?
Right.
What about Dollywood?
It was awesome. Dollywood's always awesome.
Thunder Road still a thing?
Yeah. We're not big enough to ride a lot of the stuff, though.
You are.
Yeah, I am.
You're probably too big to ride a few things.
Some things, yeah. Like Grizzly River Rampage, I'm a little too much for it.
And I apologize for doing that to you. No, let me speak.
Yeah.
The reason I did that is because my fat ass couldn't get on those rides in Gatlinburg last year. So I was throwing you under the bus, hoping that you were too big to ride something, and just subconsciously made me feel better about my big ass self.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't get turned away from anything.
Yeah, I did.
But
sir, you can't ride this.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you build your shit a little better? Struct this a little better.
I didn't get turned away from anything, but I did go. I'm just gonna hold Eli. Why don't you ride with her?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
She's like, hey, they do the parent swap. I was like,
you parent swap.
You do this one, I'll get the next one. Okay. Okay.
Is that similar to a swingers club?
No.
Oh,
nope.
I'm sorry that my mind went there. I just know that there's some clubs around locally. I didn't know if it was the thing we were talking about in public for everybody to talk about or not.
What I did to my family that was on our little vacation.
I forgot you were on a family vacation. I apologize completely for my.
So we went to the zoo, and then we went out to eat. So we met a bunch of Kara's college roommates and their families, kids, and husbands, and everything. We met all them at the zoo in Knoxville.
Gay.
And so we had 7 kids, 8 kids, 7 adults. up there walking around this thing. And then we all went out to eat afterwards. And then we drive on to the mountains. And then we go to the swimming pool. And we stay up till like 9:30. The kids are wore out.
You stay up till 9:30?
You got that right.
My God.
Which is what? Just 8:30 our time, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So, not about right for us. So, the kids are worn out.
Yeah.
Well, the next day, I can't sleep. I'm not going to sleep up there, right? So, I sleep until 4:20, 4:15 Knoxville time, which is
little wake and bake.
Yeah, like 3:15 our time.
Oh.
So, I'm up, and I have everybody checked out of the hotel room, and we're in Gatlinburg at 6:30 going to the Log Cabin Pancake House to eat breakfast.
Good place, by the way.
The best.
The pantry. What's it called?
Log Cabin Pancake or something.
I don't think that's what it's called.
That's what we call it, but you know what I'm talking about. It's the big
on
one.
the strip.
Before
you go in.
You know where Forrest Gump's is at up there?
No. Yes.
Ripley's.
Yes.
Yeah. So Forrest Gump, there's a road that cuts left that goes up beside of Forrest Gump that takes you off the strip. Just go right up through there, maybe a quarter of a mile. It's right there on the left.
Mackie, when you hear this, can you confirm that that's where we ate breakfast at your?
Is it just like a big log cabin, and it's got sports flags hanging all over the ceiling and everything?
No.
Okay, well, that's where we went. That's where we always go. It's fantastic.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Anyway, I had them there. It doesn't open till 7.
You had the whole group of people?
No, just my family. I let everybody else just sleep in. Got the whole family woken up and had them in Gatlinburg. We stayed in
it's a 30-minute drive, Lucas.
And, we were just in Pigeon Forge. Like, here's the sign, like one more stop, and then right there's our hotel. So it's not like we were close to Gatlinburg. We started on the far end of Pigeon Forge and drove to Gatlinburg early in the morning.
But still, 4 o'clock in the morning is probably a little excessive.
Probably was a little excessive. And I made it till 5 o'clock before I started moving around. But they still... Was there
just a premium on getting that damn pancake that early, or what was really the purpose of being such a douchebag?
We got up there and some old guy drove into the parking lot because we had to sit in the parking lot and wait.
Well,
and
yeah, I'd say.
So me being in dad mode, I started laughing and I said, "This guy thinks he's an early bird." This guy's the early bird. Camden thought it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
4-year-old. So we get in there, and people start walking in. Camden goes, "Is this the guy that thought he was the early bird?" Uh-huh. Yep. Think so. Let's calm down a little bit, man.
Not today, Bedford.
Yeah, not today.
Got here before you did.
I look over at Karen. She's laughing. She goes, "You know what what we have in common with the people that are walking in here right now?" I said,
"Besides wearing probably flip flop Jerusalem cruisers with white socks, I'd imagine you had on."
I said,
this story.
I said, "What is it?" She said, "Nothing. We have absolutely nothing in common with these people." She said, "The average age of what people that's walked in that door is 75.
He's dead.
They're old. She said, "What are we doing up here at this early?" I said, "I have no idea. No, I'm sorry." She said, "We're on vacation, Lucas." I said, "I know."
At least she was laughing about it.
Yeah. You know what time Dollywood opens?
Not 6 a.m. 7 a.m. 9 a.m. I would imagine.
It's 10.
Yeah.
It's at 10. You know what time I got the family to Dollywood?
Christ.
I got them there at 10 after 9.
Well, that's not bad.
I got us.
What'd you do?
A parking lot is for handicapped people. B parking lot is the start of everybody else's. I was in the second row of B parking lot.
Somebody beat you there.
Not many.
They must not stop at the Pancake House.
They must not.
What'd you do in between the Pancake House and Dollywood?
Kind of drove real slow down.
Looked at some bears. some deer, some turkey, everything you can see in Harmony Springs.
What's over there? Well, nothing. Just drive on down the hill. I bought some $3.29 a gallon gas. I know that.
Well, and it's the thing. Did you put it in your laundry basket? Did you put it in any
I had Folgers coffee can, a milk jug, 3 things of Tupperware, and a Dr. Pepper can. Well, we filled all that up.
That's all better than what the stuff's on the internet. There was legitimately a picture of a woman going around putting it in a laundry basket.
Well, there you go.
What's she gonna do? I mean,
how you gonna get it home?
Living life was fun, but the world's coming to an end.
Well, yeah,
there's no doubt about it. I hope you enjoyed your Gatlinburg trip because there's dumbass people that's probably going to try to be part of this world, this living civilization. real life
Idiots.
mouth breeders that probably spawn.
Oh,
They've got 16
like
kids.
extra spawn.
She's got that woman that was pouring gas into a laundry basket has at least 6 kids with 8 different men.
Oh yeah, yeah. And people are going to say, now that's, you shouldn't talk about people like that. Well, yeah, you should, because there's putting gas in a laundry basket.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
6 kids with 8 men.
Yeah.
It's overachiever.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Like, how do you, it's like, damn girl, you got all that nice car? Where do you work at? Oh, I don't. I draw unemployment. Not unemployment, child support
I
from
get
6
child
men.
support.
I've got child support from 6 men. I don't need your job.
Why do you think people freaked out and started buying gas? You think what is that thing that makes everybody go buy toilet paper and makes them panic buy gas and everything?
Well, I don't know because I don't have it in my.
I don't have it. I don't understand.
That hunk of crap car that I drive that used to be Mama's back before to work don't even have a gas gauge, and I was living life on the edge, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know how much gas I had. I drove past Stalo.
Yeah,
because the gas pumps were too high, and I said,
"Nope." And here's the thing: that's Stalo's the cheapest place to get it.
I felt guilty though, man. People were being such d-bags about it. I had to legit take a gas jug.
Fill up.
It's mowing season. I've got my Polaris Ranger at home that I got to fill up. People look at you like you got 3 heads. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, this isn't
$12 worth here. Back up.
Yeah, this isn't me hoarding gas. I have other stuff that needs gas in. I saw a person with a trailer coming through Baxter that had like 12 or 16. There were rows of 4, 12 or 16 gas cans on a trailer, strapped down. Every one of them full. You could see the gas.
Hell yeah.
I thought, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know. People are silly.
They're silly, And I knew this person. I thought, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Y'all aren't this crazy. They kind of are.
They had to put a warning on the internet, on the news that says, do not fill plastic bags with gasoline.
Is that not stupid that you have to tell people that?
Yeah. Well, the real smart ones, the real ones, as we like to say on the streets, we're double bagging it.
If one's enough, who's better?
It's like putting 2 condoms on.
Yeah.
You can't catch any gonorrhea herpes if you put 2 condoms on, right? It's just not a thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to find any pictures of containers with gas. I don't even. There you go. Insane gas video. Filling up Tupperware.
If you put the word gas in that search anywhere instead of people filling up containers. I don't know, maybe the most important part of the
and look, you know what happened as soon as I put gas in. There's pictures filling up.
That internet.
That's weird. That's weird.
It's weird how you want to if you're looking for something, if you actually type that word in the internet search bar.
Who would have thought that?
Not me.
I wouldn't.
Look it up.
But right there, sure enough, as soon as I put it in, that very first picture, well, it's gone now somehow though.
There
it is.
It's Kroger on an everyday basis.
Yeah, it's a Kroger out there. Right there's that bag that somebody tried to fill up with gas.
Yeah. Well, I
don't get it.
I don't understand why we have to resort to a bag. Did they just think that they were going to get frowned upon for bringing a jug? No, and you can call me a dumbass if you want to.
You're a dumbass.
They don't make jugs like they used to. You got to have a damn near college degree to work a gas jug these days.
The spouts are ridiculous.
My word.
I have thrown away more spouts because I broke them trying to get that safety shit off of them.
I needed to oh my word.
Look at that.
That's a plastic sack.
Went into Kroger and got groceries and come back out.
Threw the gallon jug of milk in the back seat and just filled their gas.
Let me go ahead and put some gas in this.
But I damn near have to have a tutorial to work a gas jug. So, much respect to these folks who was going to beat the system and put them in margarine cups here. And
he got a bag over there too, don't he?
Oh shit, gas shortage. Better pick up a couple extra bags.
Right there she is.
Folks wilding. Just wilding out.
Look
here
at her
in the
putting it in
streets.
there.
Look at the little
Asian lady.
Little Aja Khan, Oscar. We'll call her Oscar.
She's tying it so that it don't come out.
Well, what else would you do with it? You can't leave it open, Lucas. It'll spill if you don't tie the bag.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to see. Oh, there's that double bag.
Oscar.
Here's what you got to do. You got to put that one in upside down.
She just got off her job at Lee's Nails. And she's going,
Yeah. Uh-oh,
but
it sprung a leak. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got that second bag on it. Here's the thing. That gas eating right through that bag, honey.
It keep leaking.
She's not going to make it home with that, you know.
I wake up in my car. The whole car smell. The whole trunk smell. There it is. There it is. Look
Gas
at
in the
her.
laundry basket.
Got a little thicky right there, too.
Here's the thing. I expect that person right there, I expect that person to try to put gas in the laundry basket.
She's got
everything about this girl screams, I would try to put gas in the laundry basket.
No judgment, but I guarantee she's drawing checks.
Oh, yeah.
She's wearing some sort of slides. She's probably got some random tattoo of a bunny on her left thigh.
Yeah.
Probably a flower.
She's got the bandana that screams, you know, I'm not going to work today.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to try. Look, there you go.
I would probably make less money if I took a job.
Look right here. These people are filling up gas cans like they're going out on, like these cans right here. These are the ones you put on a trail rig. Like if you're going overlanding, you know, overlanding's got.
No, I don't know what that means.
Where people get like a Suburban and jack it up in there and put extra gas cans on it. That's what these gas cans are for. These people right here, I guarantee you, are not. They're not outdoorsy people.
People buy Suburbans and put extra gas tanks on them?
Well, I don't know. I just Suburban was the first thing I could come up with.
Stupid analogy.
Now this guy right here had it. He had it figured out. It's going to cost some money to fill up that.
What is that apparatus?
That is, well, we get DEF fluid in one of those.
Who does?
We do here. We get DEF fluid in one of those. But I don't know what it would cost to fill it up with.
I would say $221.
It costs more than that.
$500.
I can't remember if it's. I think that's a 500 gallons.
That's a lot.
But
anyway,
yeah.
I just don't figure out how they can work.
There you go. I mean, that's the guy right there.
Mm-mm-mm.
That may have been 250 gallons. It may have been.
Well, this world's going to hell in a handbasket.
Yep.
Or in a garbage basket or in a
laundry basket.
Laundry basket.
Yep.
Yeah. We're probably screwed, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't believe
big picture
how
of
bad
things.
I am at Google. Can you? I have a degree. I have a college degree, and I can't Google.
Yeah. You know what the sad thing is, Lucas?
Tell me.
I guarantee you, all the people that we just made fun of know how to use Google.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I consider you a very, very intelligent man.
I can't get.
We just spent 10 minutes of our life making fun of people who can't know that gas is going to burn through a plastic bag, but they can sure shit Google.
They Google it, but you know what they didn't? They didn't Google whether or not you could hold gas in a laundry basket.
Yeah. I don't think they did.
That's an overlanding vehicle. I don't know why I picked Suburban over Toyota Tacoma because that's a lot smaller vehicle than a Suburban.
What's the point of those? What do they do with that?
You know how people like to pretend like they're getting a Jeep so that they can go off on trails and stuff?
Yeah.
This is that next step up. Not only are they going to pretend like they're going out on trails, they're going to outfit their vehicle with racks and KC lights and snorkels and then gas jugs on the side. See these gas jugs on the side? I've even seen them that have like axes and picks and stuff. They've always got a winch and this nasty bumper up here.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? They never have mud on them. They've never been off-road.
I like to put running boards and tint my windows on my trucks.
Right.
And maybe put an Aerovac sticker on the back glass. I don't need all that extra.
Look,
like we got a guy at work, and we walk past his truck going into work every day. So we said, "What's these accessories? What do these mean? You live in Cookeville, Tennessee, and you're fairly preppy."
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's who drives them, though.
What?
You remember those guys that used to have those like super short pink shorts on? Those are the guys that drive overlanding vehicles.
They own stock in Patagonia.
Yeah,
they're as outdoorsy as all.
Outdoorsy as shit. Yep, I'm gonna go climb Mount Kilimanjaro some point in time.
They're the people that's brought.
I'm gonna eat some.
You know what else? There's
oatmeal, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna climb a mountain in California.
You know what else? There's a shortage of
douchebags. Nope, wasn't where you was going.
I don't think there's not. There's not a shortage of douchebags. Waylon just texted me and said we need toilet paper. Yeah, I knew it was getting awful close. God forbid my wife get toilet paper. We've got every snack cake little Debbie owns in the cabinet. Not toilet paper. I think about cut it short a minute ago. It's one of them deals you have to look at the paper towels and see how much you're going to divide up. You know?
You think of them a flush? What are we going to do with it?
What are we going to do with that? So, hey, man, shout out a couple new listeners. Donna and Gary Jones, my boy Gary Jones from Anderson Funeral Home. He said it the first time we referenced him. I didn't give him. I just called him Mr. Jones, but he said, "I don't care. You can mention me." So
You just got mentioned.
just a free plug for the Anderson Funeral Home because when I die, there's nowhere else I'm gonna be. That's where I'll be. It's where you can find me when I'm dead.
They're dying to meet you.
Damn, that was a bad one. That was a bad one. Sure wish we had some crickets to put in there on that. I reckon we can cut that one and do a new dad joke podcast. But there indeed they have coffins.
Yeah.
You know, if you insist on being placed in a box when you're dead, they got those. Do a really good job out there. They host the dead as well as anybody.
Yeah.
You know, a great job.
You won't have any complaints, you know.
No, you won't. Family might, but
you're not gonna.
That's on them at that point, you know.
Yeah. They'll do as good a job for you as anybody.
I just love to hear people talk about our podcast because I'm a egomaniacal.
Yeah.
What else? What else would you call
narcissistic?
Narcissistic. Yeah.
Egomaniacal.
I check that box all day long. Yeah.
Self-absorbed. Ego inflated.
I like to drink my own Kool-Aid.
Excessive masturbation.
I don't feel like
mental masturbation is what I meant to say.
I don't feel like that belongs in the box with anything else.
I mean, it's mental masturbation. You know, you're patting yourself on the back.
Okay.
You know,
that probably works there.
I
just love it when people walk up and say, "Man, I just really love the job you and Lucas do on the podcast."
Great.
You know, so thank you, Gary, for stroking the ego that I didn't need stroked because
you did need it stroked. You know.
No, I definitely did. No, I'm just in all seriousness. We're just being silly, but it's really cool. And I want to thank you for buying my dinner. I was just
well, that was nice of you.
I met down with a gentleman the other day, and we talked so long on the square that I worked myself right into a thirst and a hungry belly. So I walked in over to Stolen Corn, was eating by myself like a loser. Everybody else having entertaining big parties, and I ain't scared to go in and eat by myself, not bother anybody. And I kind of felt guilty because I was just going to go in there and get a burger and fries and leave. And they said, "Hey, it's all you can eat night, ribs for $20." And I thought, well, hell, I'll just do that and take some leftovers home to the family. If they want to snack on them, I'll take them to work tomorrow, whatever. Well, Gary probably didn't think I'd had all you can eat buffet with two cold Bud Lights.
He said, "Let me get his. What's it going to be, honey? It might be $20 altogether.
It might be $10.
Yeah. No. Hit him with that $40.
So I do apologize for that. I'll get you back sometime.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
But no, that was pretty cool. And he goes back like red light, green light with my dad. So I wasn't sure my dad gets nervous about,
You meeting anybody that knows him for a long time?
One time, Daddy's friend, Timmy Carter, said, "Let me tell you a Rick story." And Daddy whipped his head around.
Timmy just locked down.
And then Timmy said, "Let me tell you another Rick story." The second story. And the third time, he said, "Let me tell you a good Rick story." And Daddy said, "Oh, by God, won't we tell a Timmy Carter story?" How about that?
Yeah.
And then typical Rick, Timmy said, "I need me another drink." And this is when Daddy just had it was still just the little hangout before he remodeled his house. And said, "I said, tell you what, Timmy, if Daddy won't give you none of his booze," I said, "I got a whole handle of Jim Beam that somebody bought me for my wedding. I ain't really much more touched." Daddy said, "That's what he's been drinking on the whole time he's been down here." I said, "Yeah, I already know you weren't going to give him none."
Yeah. So you've been giving away my booze, Daddy.
Exactly.
I guess that's what you get for leaving your alcohol around.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, and Dad's wedding just was last Saturday.
Yeah.
They did I hollered at Zach Pennington. I sent him the stepbrothers of John C. Riley and Will Ferrell. Then I sent him about 4 pictures each of me and Jason Lynn. And I said, "Photoshop me up here. Hook me up." So I put it like 2-3 days before the wedding. It's just a few more days. Me and Jason's going to be practicing our karate in the garage. We're going to be putting our bunk beds together for more activities. So, no, it was a really nice wedding. Everything, Jason's side of the family, Linda's family did a really good job of decorating. It was very Pinterested out. Man, they did a really good job.
It looked good. I drove by it.
I thought I saw you. Was I standing by the road when you drove by?
Yep. You look busy.
Did I look good?
You looked all right.
Did I have jeans and a white shirt and suspenders on?
I wasn't paying that much attention to what you was wearing, truthfully.
Well, it's kind of silly.
I wasn't, I could tell that there was a lot going on over there. So I was just like, there's a lot happening right here. So I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah. You know what I knew I was in for a long night? The last two people to leave the party was Brad Craig and Newt Spivey.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a party.
Right.
Like, we didn't have a party. We had a little DJ.
It wasn't. Yeah.
And I just said, well, boys, I love you, but here's the
home.
deal. We're sitting on Daddy's porch, and him and Linda just got married today. I don't know what happens on the night of a wedding, but they probably like for us to get off the porch at some point tonight,
Uh-huh.
Hell or high water, we probably just need to
Leave.
go on.
Yeah. So did you?
Well, they left.
Well, that's good.
So, but no, it was good. It was a good time. What you studying on over there? Anything?
Mm-mm.
All right. Let's just keep on going then in the format here. Alana Carpenter, our old friend Alana Carpenter. I never knew it. She's a One Lane Road podcast listener.
Really?
She's been sending us stuff all the time.
I wouldn't have thought it.
And I call her Alana Carpenter. I don't care if her social media name or legal name.
It's something different.
She'll
always be
Alana Knight.
Carpenter. Yeah.
Jessica McDuffie is not Jessica Cox on my phone. It's Jessica McDuffie.
Yeah.
Amanda Purdue is Amanda Purdue because there's already an Amanda Cherry who's now an Amanda Gallup, who's not Amanda Gallup to me. She's Amanda Cherry.
Always.
And Amanda Cherry is still going to be Amanda Purdue. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So if I ever meet you,
yeah, it's not
forever, ever.
It's not personal. It's just how I remember you.
It's how I remember you.
I've known you longer. Even after your name's been changed longer, I will always know you as the other one.
Even if you even if you and Kara got divorced and you found a man and you wanted to hyphenate your name to Lucas Hickman hyphen whatever, you're still Lucas Hickman. I'm not going to call you by that second man name, because you found a man turned queer on me.
What?
I mean, hypothetically.
Why would I hyphenate my name?
You would just go straight to
I'm not
Lucas.
I'm not some type of 2021 feminist or anything. I'm not trying to. If that's the way it goes sometime in the future, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with hyphenating your name, but
So if you fell in love with
if a sweet young man wanted to take my hand, maybe I'll just take his name.
So I don't know if you.
I'm not going to hyphenate shit.
That's very old school of you.
I'm an old school girl, if nothing else.
So Alana Carpenter, getting back to the business at hand, baby. She sent me a screenshot of Jessica Simpson. She goes, she's hot, not for just 40. She's damn hot. How y'all going to kill her? So it was a reference to our old episode of F, Marry, Kill.
Well, who else was on it?
Well, that's what I said. I would think if I'm referencing it right, it's Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, and Christina Aguilera. And we killed Jessica Simpson. I think we made a mistake. I think we were feeling Britney Spears a little bit too much from the Britney nostalgia. But I do remember pointing out on that show that her Instagram has went to complete and total chaos. Like she's being held hostage. Like Britney's calling out for help on these videos. She's loonier than all hell. Really.
Well, I like a good nuttier than Squirrel Turds girl.
Well, I don't know that it's neither here nor there.
Right.
I'm not saying we married crazy women,
right?
But if we married Britney on that show,
okay, that seems like. Why did we do that? Wonder
why did we?
Was that at that point in time? Was Jessica Simpson? Was that in her heavier time?
No, it wasn't too long ago, Lucas. And I just thinking,
when was this?
It's funny.
We were
I
in the
don't
basement.
know. Hell if I know. Yeah, I mean it's been a while. We've been in the basement. But the thing is, both of our eyes we just automatically went to, why do we kill Jessica Simpson? Now, that's not an easy decision.
No.
That's 3 pretty bit hot smoke shows there. You're right, if I can steal a term of yours. But the thing is, with Britney, she'd went downhill. I was just living a little too much off of the past of just loving Britney.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
But hypothetically, if I'm already married to a crazy woman, which I'm not, hypothetically speaking, just like the, adult entertainment television we referenced earlier.
Hypothetically.
In theory, if I'm already married to a crazy woman, why would I want to marry another crazy woman in a pretend make-up world?
She doesn't even actually have legal custody of herself.
She's not even that hot anymore. Her dad owns her.
That's what I thought.
So do we want to revisit this and give it another go on F, Marry, Kill, Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, Christina Aguilera?
We probably effed Christina all day, didn't we?
We did, because she just brings a little something extra to the table. She's got a little of that Latina in her.
Yeah.
She got a little.
I'm all of that. We can change the other two, but I'm staying with F on Christina.
Yeah. I mean, just because the Latina aspect, Lady Marmalade. You know, you don't
Let's
get
say it right. Just say it right.
Lady Marmalade.
Mm-hmm.
Marmalade.
Yeah. Well, she is still pretty, isn't she?
She's a pretty girl.
I agree.
Jessica Simpson. You know, and the thing about Jessica Simpson is if you marry her, you know she's going to blow up like the World Trade every now and then. Right? She's going to be bigger. I go through those.
I do too.
I go through those.
Maybe you're at them at the same time. Maybe you get.
I've been on like you used to. I would lose weight for about 2 years, then get fat for a year. I've been on a fat cycle for about 6 years now. I feel like Jessica's not going to judge me too hard if we gain a little weight together.
Do you know who Bobby Kelly is?
No.
He's a comedian from New York. No. He was he gets fat and skinny and fat and skinny. He was on a show. He goes, I'm on my about fourth fat right now. He said, and I'm hoping that it goes away. He said, but this fourth fat's lasted longer.
Yeah, I agree with him, and I just think that she didn't know what. See, she's just pretty.
Yeah,
she's a pretty girl.
What's happening there?
I
don't know.
Okay.
Hey, we did it wrong.
But if I don't want to marry a woman who, when she calls me and says, "Hey, honey, I'm going to the grocery store. What do you need?" I said, "Give me 7 packs of tuna for this week."
Right.
She's going to question it. She's going to bring home some chicken. Remember all that all that stuff? Google Christina now and see where we're at with Christina. Christina also known to hit a weight cycle every now and then.
She is.
I just can't help that. And that right that's rougher than night in jail right there. That little, I don't know if it's a mug shot. I don't know if it's her trying to be seductive.
Which one? This one?
Sexy. Well, the one that looks like a mug shot.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't know what's going on there.
It's obviously, it'll tell you, she's unrecognizable without makeup.
She's if she doesn't have any makeup on her, she's very pretty without makeup on too.
Well, yeah. She's like a C-list celebrity on some girl next door sitcom. She's not Christina Aguilera. I don't know that I love Christina Aguilera that much. I don't know if I'm not just
the K and her.
What if we can do Britney? And still marry Jessica and kill Christina. Is the Latina heat aspect that strong in Christina? Is she even Latina? What percentage is she Latina? Like 16%?
Well, her entire last name is
German.
Spanish.
Aguilera is Spanish. That's what I thought.
That's 50%.
Well, I wonder why you was going, or 25%.
Well, depending on how many names she's got, I guess 33% probably, and a third. Most people, you have 7 names,
but not really. It's just I have a last name.
Yeah,
it don't matter. It don't matter how many middle names you got.
Right.
That's not how it works.
What I'm saying is,
your nationality.
You get to count. You get to count 25% for one name. She might count 33 and a third.
That's not how it works. It's your last name.
Yeah, which is. On normal people, 33 and a third % of their names.
Dikembe Mutombo has 18 last names, and they could be Irish, Polak, and everything else, but he's African.
Yeah, right. But her last name is Aguilera, which is Spanish.
So she's 50% Spanish.
If her name's only Christina Aguilera, and she has no middle name.
Well, the middle name don't matter.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
In theory, I guess you could say whatever you wanted to.
Right.
Damn.
What happened?
Gina? Oh, nothing. So where are we going with this?
I don't know. I don't even remember what we're talking about.
You didn't even give me enough looks at Christina Aguilera. You gave me five headshots. Can we go to Google? That thing called images right there?
I thought I did.
Well,
I got stuck on pink.
And then you stuck on this top. Yeah, you saw that stupid pink hair and you clicked on that bulldog pink. I'm not overly impressed with anything I'm seeing from Christina Aguilera.
Boy, I remember.
These two right here I like. And the little blue dress.
I don't like that.
And the little burgundy dress.
I don't like anything about either one of those.
See, that's on the same day, and that picture's not as good. That looks rougher.
I don't like any of these pictures.
Here, that's when she was in her prime.
Yeah.
That's when she was hollering at Fred Durst.
Is that when we were... Is that when...
Ooh.
This is what we were looking at.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guarantee you this is where we were at. Whatever.
Click on that one. Yeah, I remember us actually talking about nasty with that outfit that said nasty on it.
I guarantee you this is what happened whenever we started, why she got
wrecked.
But
look at Jessica right here.
That's not even Jessica Simpson.
It
looks like
her, don't it? All right.
That's what happened.
So gun to your head right now, what are you doing? Don't know. Don't care about that picture. But we're not killing Jessica. I think we've come to our senses on this.
I can't believe that's what we did.
A down to earth girl like Jessica Simpson.
Good Lord. I guess we have to, I don't know why did we marry Brittany?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Well,
Why did we do that?
As soon as you marry Britney Spears,
there's a problem.
Eli and Camden are gone.
Oh yeah, DCS is coming.
Melanie Fraley is coming to your house and taking Camden and Eli away from you.
Do you realize that you married Britney Spears? She doesn't even have legal custody of herself, let alone her children.
We messed up.
You can't have your children around her. She's a crazy person.
I've made a lot of terrible life decisions.
And that was one of them.
This ranks pretty high. I'd like to formally
what did we do?
Thank Alana Carpenter /
for pointing that out.
Yeah. Bad on us, man.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention.
We don't have an answer right now. We don't know what we're doing with Christina and Brittany, but we're marrying Jessica Simpson. We're not killing her.
Here's what I think happened. I think we were looking at that picture of Christina Aguilera and this picture of Jessica Simpson.
I don't even mind if she got a little extra weight. I don't want no beanpole.
Yeah, but hold on.
Oh, no, that's not real. That is 187%
This is not real.
No, she's never got that fat.
I think we're probably looking at that. Why does she have on these boots right here?
Well,
you see that?
She's a fashion maven, And that's her pregnant. We're really going to pick on a girl because she gets bigger in the house when she's pregnant. Okay, and that's bullshit. No, see these fake pit. No, look at them build. Jessica gets my vote. Well, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by this decision.
Oof. Did we see that picture whenever? Oof.
Well, that's her Kirstie Alley stages.
Oof.
Kirstie Alley.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lana also sent us a chart. I think we may have done this once before, but hell, while we're doing a little revisionist history here, you can take 2 pills. You can take 2 pills, right?
I love revisionist history.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah. They're old rose-colored glasses you look through your life with. Okay, you can only take 2 of these 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pills. You can take 2 of them. Percocet and hydrocodone actually were left off this list.
Okay.
Valium also left off.
Okay.
I'm
happy that they're left off that list because I didn't know where that list was going for me.
Hell yeah. You can take a pill that makes you look 15 years younger.
Well, okay.
But you need all the help there you can.
Yep.
You can read minds for 3 days.
Okay.
Forget your ex.
Okay.
You can eat forever without gaining weight.
Oof.
You can add 5 centimeters to your height. How much is 5 centimeters in inches?
It's 50 mil. It's 2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You can become super strong.
Uh-huh.
You can have a lot of money. You can always feel happy, or you can get millions of followers.
Well, I don't give a shit about followers, and I don't remember any of my exes enough to worry about them.
Okay. Let's talk about these one by one. Millions of followers.
I don't care about that.
You don't even have social media.
Right.
There will be a time where I'll add people for concerts, to put the word out about our podcast about concerts and stuff. Then what I'll do about 3 times a year, and don't take it personally if you ever hear this and you look and you're not friends anymore. If I don't fool with you that much, if I ain't liking your post and you ain't liking my post and I ain't seen you in 7 years or I don't know you that well, I'll go through and delete about 100, 200 people at a time sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Just so you don't have to say their shit.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like we're not even. What are we doing here?
Uh-huh.
If I hadn't seen you since 2004 and we wouldn't even type back then, like I'm never going to delete Van Eric Short no matter how much I don't see him throughout the year because I know him and we're friends. Millions of followers. If I delete 200 people a year off Facebook just because I don't see them, I don't really care about the followers. Now I think it's cool if we like Kristen Heflin. I mean that's cool because she started following us, and obviously I'm not going to delete Kristen Heflin.
Right.
But I think it's cool when we can gain followers. But if you don't tell me, hey, I added you because I listened to the podcast and think you guys are neat, like Michael Vest or something, I'm not going to delete Michael Vest because I know you listen to our show. So, but yeah, followers can go.
Yeah.
The exes, same here. I mean,
who cares? I mean, we're 36.
Yeah.
If you're not over your exes by now, holy shit, what is your problem?
Well,
move on.
Not everybody's been with their spouses
for 18 years.
Some people have those exes. They're like, ugh. I'd love to forget that one, but if you're not mentally stable enough or strong enough that you can't
to quit thinking about
get real, read minds for 3 days. I don't need to know
I don't
that.
need to know that. Hey, right now I don't care what people think. I sure don't want to get in their mind.
I'm too needy. You know, I already get upset
Well, and then if you can, and you are that way, and then you get in there and somebody's that you've thought was your buddy, and now all of a sudden you're reading their mind, and they're going, God damn, I just wish he would quit, for just a minute. Well, now what are you going to do?
I talked so much in times. I'm guilty of this. I see people sometimes turn their head at me in public, and it's got to be like, I know they're in a hurry and they ain't got time to fool with me in the dollar store.
Right. They're trying to get away because they're doing something right now.
I hate that because I've been the person that avoided people in stores like, oh shit, I can't talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate people like that. Then you're like,
and now
fool, you are that person.
Yeah, now that's you.
I've literally saw people like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna keep me for 30.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody shake me in the hand and go, hey buddy, how's it going? Go, you fucking douchebag in their minds, I don't need that.
No.
So
no.
I don't need that hate in my life.
Now, the 2 inches taller, has there been a situation where you'd want to be 2 inches taller?
Yeah. I'm borderline, man. I'm like 5'11", 6 foot tall with a good pair of cowboy boots.
You just want to be 6 foot in the 6 foot all the time?
I just think that 6'2", 6'3" is pretty stout. Like what you're at, like 6'2", 6'3", that's a good height. Like you're producing some good genes with 6'2" and 6'3". If your wife, like what's Kara, probably 5'6", 5'7"?
Yeah, 5'7", maybe.
You'll see, there's those. If you're
we're gonna have some tall kids.
If you're a Division I athlete and if you're a 6'7" guy, you can't be going to fooling with these little 5'1" women because they ain't gonna give you D1 babies.
You're gonna wind up having a normal height kid if you ain't careful.
You're gonna have a 5'10" kid. You need to get a 5'10" girl,
and then have some 6'5" or 6'6".
Then you gonna have some D1 babies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I would like to be. I think 6'2" would be cool. I could probably dunk. I could have probably dunked in high school because I.
You think the extra 2 inches would have been?
Yeah, I could get up. I could get up and grab the rim in 8th grade. My hands were never big enough to palm a basketball, but I could get up there and swing on the rim and pop a rim in 8th grade, and we could jump pretty high junior year, senior year. I'm thinking if I'm 6'2", I could probably dunk one off a lob, maybe. Because if my hands are probably going to be bigger if I'm 6'2".
Right, you're gonna have a longer wingspan too.
Think about all the
things that come along with a little extra height.
Because if it wouldn't be for the Spivey side of me, I would be short. Because the Kennedys are shorter.
Yeah, you're right.
My dad's only about 5'10", probably.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa's short.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin's even shorter than that. The Spivey's where I get my height because all my uncles about 6'2".
Right.
6'1", 6'2".
Well, I could see that. I've never thought, man, I wish I was a little taller.
Skilo did, remember?
Mm-mm.
I wish I was a baller. I wish I was
taller.
Wish I was a baller.
Wish I had a girl who looked good so I could call her.
It's a stupid song.
That's a really bad song.
Wish. Okay, well,
what else?
Still not.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to make our top 2.
No, I wouldn't think
that's
so.
Not silly enough.
So we're only getting 2.
Now, listen, if I was 5'7", I probably
Maybe.
still would.
Right.
No, what's 5'9" going to do you? If you're 5'7", man, you might as well be 5 nothing.
Really, the 2 inches only matters at 5'10", right? To get you to the 6 foot mark,
I guess. So it leaves us with become super strong is not very important in an aspect of life.
It's not. It doesn't move you forward a lot unless you're unless you're competing in strongman.
What am I going to do? Go flip a car?
Yeah,
probably not.
Am I going to go throw beer kegs up in the air and try to throw them over that pole? Not probably. That's
the only time I threw a beer keg is when it was empty and I was going back to the store.
That would literally be the only reason that I would need it if I was going to start doing strongman.
So really, the only logical ones here left. Look 15 years younger.
Yeah, man, God.
Yeah, eat without gaining weight, have lots of money, and always feel happy.
That the 2 that I could use the most is to look 15 years younger and to be able to eat without gaining weight. That's the 2 that I could use. This last 15's been particularly hard. If I could go back 21, man, that would look better.
I just know if
hold on. Let me think about
years ago, 15 years
ago. At 21, I was pretty rough.
22, I would have done if I was a girl, hypothetically in theory, I would do me at 22 before I would do me at 37.
Oh, man, I don't know about that right now. Actually,
I've got a 265, 75, 16 Michelin that won't go away. I've got flabby man boobs a little bit. I got a receding hairline. I got gray in my beard, not as much as you, but I do have gray. I've got an ankle that won't heal, so it's make me turn a little cock. Plus, you get that fat walk anyway. When you're fat, you got them. Your
thighs are rubbing together. You're trying to get them. You're trying to get your feet out different.
Feet to get that cock anyway. 22, my feet get cock. I didn't have gray in my beard. My receding hairline wasn't there.
I might have been almost 300 pounds at 21, though. Now that I'm looking back,
You're a fat ass at 21.
I believe I was. I believe that's when I was at my fattest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Lucas. It's a hypothetical. It's the way it's worded, baby. 15 years younger. It's not going back to what you looked like 15 years ago. It just means you look 15 years younger. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but is it my 15 years younger?
No, it don't have to be.
Okay.
It's an appeal.
If it could be somebody else's 15 years younger, then I would take it.
It just means your face don't have as many
ugly sections.
Like we're closer at this point in our life. We're closer to having those little age marks on our face and on top of our head and stuff. Like our arms are going to be full of
liver spots,
skin marks. I've already got like those little stupid ass little skin tags on my eye that I didn't know I had because I don't see my eyelids. You know,
Right.
until Lindsay said you got a skin like a tag mark. I don't know what that means. I had to Google it.
That's bad. I think I would go with the 15 years younger and could eat anything. I don't care about the money. And, being happy all the time,
Who wants that?
nobody wants to be happy all the time. You're in a car wreck or you lose somebody, but you're just upbeat and happy about it. What the hell is that about, That's
Okay.
those people that you fucking weirdo, get away from me.
I don't care about looking 15 years younger because it's proven if you've got enough money that people are going to be your friend, whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
Because there is the term sugar daddy for a reason,
Right.
or old man with money.
Mhm.
How many times you ever seen a 65-year-old man in a sports car that owns a big houseboat and has a bunch of 25-year-old women hanging around him?
Yeah.
Nobody feels bad for that guy, do they? Because he's got
No.
money.
Yeah.
And you know what that brings? A lot of damn happiness.
Yeah. Anthony Cumia was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said, they say money can't buy happiness, but it can sure pay off a lot of problems. It can sure pay off a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of debt in
Right.
life. I've got some silly debt.
Right.
But I guarantee you, even if you give somebody like me, in the grand scheme of things, $50,000 is not a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you give me $50,000, I ain't got a damn worry in the world. You know what I'm
Gone.
saying?
Every one of them's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. Hypothetically. We've used the word hypothetically.
You have used it a lot.
Well, it was a joke early on. It was a running joke.
But
now I used it real that time, and it was excessive. I would not always happy.
no, God, no.
Because
I don't
when my
always be
dog
happy.
dies, I don't want
I
to
don't
sit
even
there.
want to be happy right now.
Yeah. So I would pick a lot of money and eat without gaining weight, and I would leave here and I would just eat it all.
I would pick 15 years younger, somebody else is younger, and eat without gaining weight.
Okay. Eat without gaining weight would be pretty big time.
Oh, yeah.
Have a lot of money.
But I would have to be able to lose weight too, though, because I don't want to be where I'm at right now.
Here's the deal. When you have a lot of money, Lucas.
You can do all that other stuff.
Okay. If you have a lot of money, you can get Botox and plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You can get liposuction.
Uh-huh.
You could get surgeries.
Uh-huh.
You can tighten that shit up. You can,
You could do all those
hire a
things.
personal trainer. You could.
You could realistically be happy all the time if you wanted to.
And if you have money, you're going to be an influencer.
Mm.
So you'll have all the millions
All
of
the
followers. It all goes in hand. Money makes the world go round.
Uh-huh.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Dollar bill, y'all.
I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know, now you know.
That's right. I do know now.
I'll throw all the old school rap analogies at you. I ain't scared of it.
That's good to hear from Alana.
Yeah, Alana Carpenter, old friend of the podcast.
Old friend.
We go back like red light, green light. Pity Pat. You ever play Pity Pat?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, you don't go back as far as me and Atlanta then. We played a lot of Pity Pat.
Is that what is that? Is that like patty cake? You ain't gonna tell me. It's just y'all's game.
You have to ask, and you don't know.
Yep, I don't.
Went to see your boy Theo Vaughn. Zanies.
Was that good?
I invited you.
You did.
Matter of fact.
Uh-huh.
And you
Turned you down. I had another date that night.
did you and Kara
Mm-hmm.
for Mother's Day?
Yeah, for the kids were at Mom and Dad's house. It was just me and her. We went out and ate down at the Bull and Thistle, actually.
Oh, did you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, we ate at the Bull and Thistle.
Yeah, cool. What'd you get?
Ooh, they had a lobster something that night.
Dang.
I got that.
Bala.
It wasn't, you think for like $30 or whatever it is, you're going to get a lobster. What you really got is,
Damn.
they probably had a lobster or two that they split between every person that ate that night. But it was good. It was really good.
Wasn't a $30 lobster,
I
though?
wouldn't have thought so.
Well,
Yeah, it was good, though.
That's the thing.
And then Billy and Scotty Fraley were down there.
I guarantee it.
They were
They
over
paid
at
the damn light bill.
They were over there at that silver coin or
Stolen coin.
whatever you said it was, and they come down there afterwards, and we sat and ate with them.
And shout out Billy and Scotty Fraley. They're paying the light bills for all these established. They've raised their kids and they're living life. I love it. That's the way you
They're out of
do
the
it.
house.
That's the way you should do it.
Yeah, they're out, the kids are out of the house.
You
Do your thing.
You didn't see them out and about for years. They got them boys raised and boys got kids. Now look at them.
Yep.
LIVIN.
We're grandparents. We'll go do whatever we want to do.
I love it. I
While
bought
they're
me a
still
shirt. I bought me a shirt today. Matthew McConaughey's face from Dazed and Confused, and it just says LIVIN.
I seen somebody walking around Dollywood that had you gotta keep living, man, LIVIN or something like that.
There you go. I'm gonna wear it soon. I'll show it to you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Fraley's. I got to party with not too long ago. We went down to see Mike DeMez at Doe Creek Bar, and Billy. It looked bad because they were like, "Hey, take a picture with us, DK, before we leave." So I just sit down, and it looks like I'm all up in their business. It's Billy and Melanie and Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like I'm all hugged up, and which would look really bad if you see it on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, "Oh, look at DK hugged up with three." My wife took the picture. And when I got tagged the next day, I was like, "That would look bad if I know." And my wife knows that she's the one who took the picture.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it looked like we were so much closer than what we are, because I was actually a row behind them in a chair. The picture looked weird. I just have to. It's nothing probably nobody else thought about.
Right.
Well, that's being silly. We live in Jackson and Clay County. A lot of people thought about it.
Somebody thought about
Somebody
it.
screenshot it and sent somebody else said, "Look at this hoe."
Look what he did.
Well, my wife took it. Ass clowns. So, speaking of Doe Creek, I'm gonna give them a little quick
Alleged ass clowns.
supposedly, by God.
Supposedly.
Get out of my business.
Yeah.
Let me promote real quick for my boys and girls at Doe Creek Bar and Tavern, Bar and Grill, not so much a tavern.
Well, it's really got to be one or the other.
It's Doe Creek Bar and Grill. Park and brag car and truck cruising. It's an excessively long title, Jeanette. Come on out and take a cruise with us. We will be leaving around 10 a.m. and return around noon. Coffee and donuts will be available at 9 a.m. Saturday, June 5th, time 9 a.m. till midnight. That is a hell of a stretch, baby. 9 a.m. till midnight.
That's a lot.
Get funky like a monkey in that mother. You know what I'm talking about. Live music 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Josh McCrary and Aaron Carver, baby.
Aaron Carver.
6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Your boy Mike DeMeza will take the stage.
Whiskey, did you miss?
Yeah. Shaking hands over here. You know, Barry Gore will be cooking up some baby back ribs and some barbecue chicken. Plates will be available for purchase. Cornhole boards available.
Corn hell of a time.
Grab your lawn chairs, your tents, weather permitting. Come on out and enjoy a day of fun. No outside coolers allowed, so don't be...
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. Don't need it, baby. So, yeah, that's my folks down at Doe Creek. Always good to me. Like to get their plugs in there. So, we did announce since the last time we talked that Alex Williams and Addison Johnson will be the first two acts for the music festival, October 2021.
You teased the shit out of some people about another guest.
I did, and the contract's still out. So
okay.
So here's the deal.
I've had several people ask me who it was, and I've not knew whether to tell them or not.
You can tell them. Here's the thing. Here's the plan, guys. So what happened in the big scheme of things, I can talk about this enough. October was the festival. Right. Always the plan to bring the festival back for a second annual event. Looking at bringing some cool names there. Alex Williams is the first confirmed. He's bringing a full band. Alex Williams, who, you know, is you don't want to lump him into K'd Jinx, Ward Davis, but he is buddies with them. He's played a lot of shows with them, opened some shows. He's actually doing a headlining gig at 3rd and Lindsley this Friday night. I would suggest everybody checking out Alex Williams. You got a long time. I know Alex is not as a household of a name as some in this area, but once upon a time, before people went crazy, I would almost go on a limb, Lucas, and say people didn't know who Ward Davis was until he moved to Gainesboro, and everybody's got a Ward Davis T-shirt and hat now.
Well, it's weird how that happens. Isn't it?
Well, and then all of a sudden they find out about K'd Jinx, and everybody's huge K'd Jinx fans too. So yeah, Alex Williams is in the vein of those guys, and I'm proud to have him. Full band performance. It'll be the first full band we've had at any of these. Most of them has been a solo acoustics. So Alex bringing full band. Addison Johnson. Also, Addison here, been on the podcast. You can catch him at the Bull and Thistle actually this Saturday night, May 22nd. He'll be at the Bull and Thistle So opportunity to see these guys, but do want to see you October 23rd, North Springs. Working on some other big names. It's crazy because Corona has lifted, so people are taking bookings, and I've emailed so many people, and they're already booked for October.
They got them quick, didn't they?
Here it's May, so it's crazy.
People are ready to get out, though. Get out and do things.
And here's the thing about people. People will suggest, I remember last year it pissed me off. Somebody was like, "You're not going to get a big name? Where's the superstars?" And I'm like, "Who do you want, baby?
Yeah.
Who do you want, baby?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, Jamie Johnson will be nice." I said, "Well, give me $50,000 and I'll bring." People just don't, and I get it. People
have never booked a show.
Yeah. And until you get in there and you're talking to booking agents and you're talking to managers, you don't know how much these guys are. And you can wish, hey, but man, you don't understand some of the talent that's coming to this area, and it's going to be really cool to announce some more of these names. So in the process of looking towards October, my buddy Andy Smith said, "Hey, man, they got that women's pavilion at the Clay County Fairgrounds. It's a hell of a stage. Lucas Brown and their boys are doing a big metal show down there. Like I'm doing sound and lights for that." He said, "Come there and check it out. Hey, let's rent it." So we had some names I was tossing around. I thought, well, hell, what bigger name in Tennessee and Kentucky area could I throw out here? Well, just for the shits and giggles, I'm going to email them. And I got to talking to the guy, and I really like the guy who I'm going through to try to book this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I hadn't mentioned it, the contract's been sent. It's been primarily approved,
but he ain't signed it yet.
And I don't want to either jinx it,
right,
or say the guy's name and something happened and it didn't happen,
right?
Because people are just going to be like, "Well, he was just blowing smoke."
Right.
It's not the case. The contract has been sent. I was actually told last Thursday, "Well, man, we sent the contract and we think everything looks good. We're just waiting on
him.
His son is going to college and he's going to have to move him into the dorms, and that's the only thing we're waiting on to figure out what date that is." So it's going to be really, really cool, I think.
Well, I would have to say that, framing it in our time, he's one of the biggest names of all.
Yeah.
That we've ever listened to.
Nice verbiage there, too, by the way. Framing it in our period. Oh man, it's. I hope it works out. God dang, I hope it works out. It's going to be so cool for the Salina area to have this be my first show outside of Jackson County.
Yeah,
a little love for our Clay County brethren. To have a little show over there. It's a really cool setup over there. I hate the name of it. I hate that it's called the Women's Pavilion.
Yeah,
I just hate it.
Yeah.
I don't care
who funded it.
I don't know why it's called that.
I don't either. And I
love women as much as anybody.
I don't want to say too much about it. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't know why. It may be.
Maybe it's a breast cancer. Maybe it's something.
Maybe it's an abuser building. Like for abusive relationships or something. I don't know. I don't know why it's called the Women's Building.
If it has a good meaning, we apologize.
Yeah. So
I just like calling it the Clay County Fairgrounds
building. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a hell of a building, though. I think they've done a really good job.
Been to a wedding over there.
Yeah.
It was plenty big room.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. So in between that, I messaged another guy who has played for me before, and I'll go ahead and say it's Jason Eady. And the festival date didn't work out.
Right.
So he's passing through in September and playing Georgia and Kentucky, and we're looking at a Thursday night, which is tougher in this area because it's not Nashville and it's not Knoxville. People are just going out to the bars and watching concerts. It's harder to sell a concert to people on a Thursday night, but that's where we're at. We're just trying to find the proper venue, and I think I've worked out something possibly to bring them to a pretty cool little place. So I went from one show to 3 shows.
Well, there you
go. Possibly. Possibly it all works out, but you boys working right now.
Putting in that hustle, baby.
Some cool names popped up today for the festival. I'm just trying to debate which one would be a better draw for who. But also my wife is adding on to my drama, and we'll advertise it. Might as well just throw it out there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read the ad she put on Facebook so I don't mess it up. She's like, "How would you feel about me doing a barn sale?"
In conjunction with.
And she says, so here's her Facebook post. "Looks like October is going to be a busy month at the Kennedy Farm. The North Springs Music Festival will be taking place on Saturday. Also that weekend, there will be a barn sale. So I need some help. If anyone wants to be a vendor, please get in touch with me. I need vendors of all kinds of boutique decor, food, etc. This will be the first of hopefully many, and I'm looking forward to having a great weekend. Sweet Belle's Farm Sale is everything you ever wanted from your grandma's house and Pinterest, from boutique, vintage, antique, funky junk, homemade, and homegrown. We will have it. Please get with Dustin or myself. Friday, October 22nd.
So let's
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday, October 23rd, 9 a.m. to 3.
So are you doing it too? Are you coordinating it also?
Man,
because
look,
she dropped it in there that you're coordinating it too.
I would rather me do it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, got you.
I would rather me do this. I mean, it's her idea.
Right.
I just think that I've had a little more experience
Coordinating
and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, man. So bring your damn all those signs that says home and porch and blessed.
Uh-huh.
Come sell them. Sell your bow ties. Sell your hair bows. Sell your UT
knickknacks.
signs. Your knickknacks. Patty
patty
wax. Whoa.
Bring your dogger bone. Come get it.
I don't know. It's good times.
That is good times. That's a lot though, right?
Hell yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to do a music festival. Last year, the first one with all the rain and everything else, with even some local acts, I was sprinkling in some local acts and bringing some pretty decent acts in. I don't know. I'm a sucker.
But it's fun. That's cool though, right?
It is. Why not?
You know, Bonnaroo started somewhere.
Ooh. That it did. I never got to tell you about this boy, Theo Vaughn.
Oh, tell me about him. He's hilarious, isn't he?
He's hilarious. I was crying.
He's so funny.
Probably my favorite 2 skits he done. He got down after he said, I want a black kid. He's like, I want a little mixed, like light skinned from Seattle.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I want one of them darkies, them real darkies. He's like, I want a baby, like I want a black baby from like Mississippi.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how black I want my baby to be.
Yeah.
For like deep Mississippi.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. He's from New Orleans. He's
Yeah.
from Louisiana.
Yeah.
He's talked several times about how he used to sell guinea pigs and hamsters after shows. He would they would get hair dye and color them and put logos in the sides of hamsters and guinea pigs and stuff. Like, he's done some wild shit.
He come out.
Rest in peace, Billy Conforto.
He had his mullet,
Yeah.
He said, I look sexy as hell. I look good as hell.
Uh-huh.
He's like, no, I know I look like shit. He's like, but you don't know. I could be a lesbian. You don't know who to make fun of right now. I'm trans, whatever you say. I can't remember. You don't even know what sexuality I am right now.
Uh-huh.
Then he lays down on the floor. He goes, my pants tight, dog. My pants are tight, dog. Then he gets up, straight up missionary, on like a flat back with his legs in there. He goes, how do women do this? It's not even comfortable. This is not even comfortable. Imagine laying here, being a white woman, taking the D from a dude named Tanner. Got to pretend to love sex from a white dude named Tanner in the missionary position. It's terrible. Some guy named Tanner. The guy gets everybody's laughing, and it shadows off, and dude says, my name's Tanner, from the crowd.
Yeah.
He goes, what up, Tanner? My bad, dude. He was good, man. We cried.
Who wound up going with you?
My buddy from work.
Oh, okay.
He's a big Theo Vaughn fan. Thad went the next night. I haven't linked up with Thad just to see if he told some of the same jokes or not. But
Yeah, no, they will. He's probably getting ready he'll get ready for a show. How long did he go for?
Man, I don't know. Well, a guy named Chance Willie opened for him, which is remarkably funny. I thought he was going to be very corny, but he ended up being really funny. And he asked where everybody was from, and talked about drugs and Nashville. He was like, "Oh, if y'all are from Antioch, then," or he just made like little jokes about crack-headed places in Nashville. Uh-huh. Talked about the Nashville bomber. He's like, "Too bad they didn't get that damn Wings mural in the Gulch."
Uh-huh.
He was good. Then Dusty Slay was the middle performer. So Dusty Slay's pretty good. A little dry.
I wonder if they're both local acts that were just opening for him. Because it was...
Chance Willie would have to be. Some of the jokes he made, I think he said. Dusty Slay, I don't think he's local. He's from Alabama, I think.
Like, he's not traveling right... Theo's not traveling right now. He's kind of living in Nashville right now. And Zany's is where he's just working out of.
But he's got a tour now.
Yeah. He's getting ready to start one, right?
Yeah, he's got Knoxville and Chattanooga's on the books for October, I think. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's a funny dude, man. There's not another Theo Vaughn. That's for sure. Go look at any of his stuff. It's really good.
I don't like his Netflix that good. That Netflix special from like 5 years ago.
He's got
a lot better now. He's got a persona.
Yeah.
He was still trying to find his way, I think, 5 years ago.
Oh, for sure. He didn't hit really big until like 2-3 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, you told me about him. I got to give you credit. You told me about him. Thad told me about him. It wasn't until I was out with a buddy of mine from work, the guy that went with me. And we'd have a couple beers and went to his house. And he's like, man.
Started making out.
Yeah, that's where I felt like it was going with the story. But he's like, Theo Vaughn, listen to him.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
So,
Bill Gates is getting divorced, by the way. Did you see that?
Did you see, like, in the prenup or something about he paid so much a month to let his wife let him see his girlfriend or something?
No, I didn't see that.
There was something in some kind of deal they had where he paid so much to be able to get to see his girlfriends too.
Both of those big guys, that Jeff Bezos and him
from Amazon,
since they both got divorced, like their stuff has come out. Like Bezos, his wife didn't get mad that he had a girlfriend until everybody else knew that he had a girlfriend.
Well, it's embarrassing to her then.
Right. It was just the way it was up until the point where everybody else knew about it. And apparently everybody, a lot of people knew that Bill had girlfriends, and Bill like had parties still where he invited girls over and stuff like that. Apparently he still did that, but it was known in Silicon Valley, but not everywhere else.
And do you think why Bill had those girls over that he thought, man, I wish I was 15 years younger?
Yeah.
I wish I was happy all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I could eat whatever I want. Hell no, because he had money.
This $100 billion isn't doing enough. I wish I was 15 years younger.
Yeah.
That $100 billion is plenty.
Now listen, and he got it young enough in life that he enjoyed both aspects. He was young enough when he became a billionaire.
Yeah.
That he still didn't have to rely on the little blue pill all the time.
Right.
Probably. I don't know his dick business, but I don't know that. Yeah. I'm just assuming that
he might have invented the little blue pill as far as that.
Who knows?
Yeah, he might have paid for it to get invented.
There's nothing else that really I could sit here and talk about some couple things, but like the Hall of Fame class that went, the basketball Hall of Fame class, I wouldn't want to spend a lot of time on that. That was a pretty big class. Has it got
that one particular guy that I'm not going to say his name in it? That's about our age.
No. You have to be retired 5 years before.
Okay.
I hope he's.
Then we'll talk about it, as long as you won't bring his name up, because I'm not going to spend 2 hours editing this fucking podcast to just throw the whole thing away after.
Here's what happens, and I'll control myself, Lucas.
Yeah.
I've spent several episodes talking, bashing, criticizing, blasting LeBron James, and I hate him.
Yeah.
And Lucas says,
here's the thing. I spent 2 hours trying to edit around some shit a couple of weeks ago to send it to you for you to go just delete it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
So be real careful.
It's not
be real careful.
Yeah, and I had to delete it. It's a damn shame we got to delete it, but everybody's so butthurt and sensitive these days. We felt like it was the right thing to do because God knows where the line is. So no, we're not talking about LeBron. Lucas says I get in a weird place when we talk about LeBron James. It's ruining my relationship with my 14-year-old son who loves LeBron James, who talks about him every single day.
What's the thing that your dad did that pissed you off? This is that, right? That you did that pissed your dad off. How many times did you give your dad Sweet Chin music and him go, fucking, I'm going to Shawn Michaels.
Which you should watch the WWF documentary on A&E about Shawn Michaels. I wasn't very satisfied with the Shawn Michaels documentary. I was satisfied with all the other documentaries they're putting out about wrestlers because it was current footage. You know how lazy these producers got? They got footage off a DVD from 2007. Every interview, his parents are dead. I know his dad's dead. I don't know about his mom. They used interviews from his parents from that interview, which is fine. They're not living to tell new stuff about Michael Sean Hinkenbottom. Mm-hmm. But his wife, who's very much living, if you're going to use an interview with her from 2007, just don't use it. We saw it on the Heartbreak and Triumph DVD that I own, 3-disc set. Okay? Mm. We need new stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay? Of the greatest of all time. But anyway, I digress to talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame. Probably the biggest class ever.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant, posthumously say that word, posthumously. Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. It's a big class.
That is big. Now, I didn't realize, has Kobe been retired for 5 years?
Yeah, they all retired after the 2016 season.
Okay.
So they're all first ballot Hall of Famers.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett's what the oldest player to ever play in the NBA, or played the longest,
well, he's
besides Vince Carter.
I guess Vince Carter had the record. But, I mean, KG changed the game. KG changed the game on high schoolers coming out. There were some people in the 70s and 80s who had done it. He was the first one in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then that started the
Here they come.
The floodgates opened
Yeah.
for Kobe Bryant and Jermaine O'Neal the next year, Tracy McGrady the year after that, Amari Stoudemire, LeBron James. I mean, just on and on and on. And Kevin Garnett was a really good player on a really bad Minnesota Timberwolves team
But
for
stayed
years.
and stayed and stayed.
He was very loyal, finally got out. First year in Boston, won the championship. He's got the historic, that anything is possible. I never was a Kevin Garnett fan per se.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't dislike him. I was just very indifferent on Kevin Garnett. I respected his passion, and his loyalty to Minnesota. I was glad he got a championship. I was pretty happy when Boston, for two reasons, they beat Kobe Bryant. When I was very anti-Kobe Bryant still.
Right.
But I mean, Garnett was. I mean, he's a big deal. And Tim Duncan.
Have you ever watched Kevin Garnett try to speak where everyone can understand what he's saying?
Well, I'd imagine it's tough.
It's like it's visibly hard for him whenever he starts trying to do it. You can see that his mouth doesn't move like that all the time.
He's very, Allen Iverson, for better or worse, stay true to himself.
Yeah.
To stay. What's it saying when the rappers they want to be true to the
Streets.
Well, I'm just saying, Kevin Garnett very, very. He didn't try to be something he wasn't.
Right.
And Tim Duncan, who might be the most awkward player, he said, first thing he said was, I've been in Game 7s, I've been in championship series, finals games. He said, I've never been as nervous as I am up here tonight. He said, I can't wait till it's Mono Ginobili and Tony Parker's turn so I don't have to be up here. And I can be in the crowd.
Uh-huh.
Tim Duncan, kind of regarded as the best power forward in the history of the NBA. You got Karl Malone and Charles Barkley, but Duncan, 5 championships. That trumps anything, and he beat some big names to get there. The rivalry with the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe in the early 2000s. He put those guys out. He beat the Pistons. He beat a lot of big names to get there and beat LeBron. He's when that team broke up the Miami Heat with LeBron. So Tim Duncan definitely deserved it. There was a lot of duels between all those guys in the 90s and 2000s primarily. Then of course Kobe. That was a no-brainer on top. And it's just I don't know how many classes have ever had 2 legit top 10 players of all time. And I don't think any list will be made without Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan in a top 10 list.
There's not even a way that you could. There's not even an argument that you could make where them two aren't in the top 10 sometimes.
People's list varies, but the most consistent top 10 players in NBA history list you'll always see, and the 1 through 10 is always varied. But it's Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, and LeBron James. That's the 10.
Right.
I mean, that's the most consistent 10. Every now and then you'll see Julius Erving.
John Stockton. Pistol Pete Maravich.
Yeah. Stockton probably top 25.
Yeah.
I mean, Stockton's a top 5 point guard of all time. I know you're being facetious when you said that, but he's a top. I mean, I don't know what John Stockton would be, but it's Magic Johnson, John Stockton, and Jason Kidd, Gary Payton. I mean, those point guards. But I mean, those are 10. Every now and then you'll get a Jerry West, you'll get a Dr. J, an Akeem Olajuwon. A lot of people prefer Akeem Olajuwon over Shaq. My boys from work used to say to me, Shaq's can't be a top 10 player. He's the 4th greatest center of all time. And I said, yeah, but yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
I can't help it how many centers above him.
Right.
He's still a top 10 player of all time. He just is. So yeah, Kobe's wife. I think she's a little. Kobe's wife. You knew she wasn't going to do a speech justice.
Right. It's a little early. He just passed. Be careful. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm just going to say you would much prefer him to be there to accept his own awards. I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't like too much stock is spent on who inducts these players. It's not like another several different ceremonies where players actually are giving speeches inducting. Michael Jordan was the one who stepped up there with Vanessa Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
But Michael Jordan didn't say anything.
Right.
You're just standing. You walk up to the podium with him, you stand there.
Uh-huh.
Still a great honor to say Michael Jordan was the presenter.
Right.
But he didn't say nothing.
Right.
And I'll be honest with you, I'd much rather heard Michael Jordan speak about Kobe Bryant than Vanessa, and I get it why she was the one.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't thank anybody. She's like, I'm not going to thank anybody. I'd forget somebody. Which, a lot of people will do that.
Mm-hmm.
If they got too many people to thank, they won't. But I would much rather heard experiences from other people. But, they did that at his memorial service.
Right.
A lot of people spoke. Jordan and Shaq had two of the better ones. But no, I thought it was great. I think it was a great Hall of Fame. And you're not going to care about this. Nobody's going to speak. Michael Wilbon, I love, from Pardon the Interruption, got in on a media. They did a media thing where Michael Wilbon and Mike Breen's done the NBA Finals 15 years in a row. Michael Wilbon's done Pardon the Interruption for 20 years now. The only show on ESPN left that they don't scream at each other with Tony Kornheiser. It's the only show I still DVR on ESPN. And then inside the NBA crew went in, Shaq, Ernie, Charles, and Kenny Smith.
Oh, really?
For their excellence.
Uh-huh.
So
that's good.
Inside the NBA crew. But no, I thought that was really cool to see. And
did Stephen A. Smith go? Did you say his name?
I'm sure he was there.
No, man. Did he go into the Hall?
No. What I like about Stephen A. Smith,
nothing.
He likes to find the personal aspect. LeBron James used to shower at my house when he was 14 years old. Shaquille O'Neal, we go back. Okay. I can't do it. When I'm not trying to do Stephen A. Smith, I can do a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
He's, I don't know. He's a bit of a firebrand.
I don't mind him.
Mm-hmm.
He is what he is.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys that I'm talking about that they get paid. Max Kellerman, his co-host, used to be a decent co-host until they put him opposite Stephen A. when Skip Bayless left ESPN, and they've had to take over the yelling and screaming. It's just not. Hey, interesting fact about my boy. We couldn't end it without a Shaq fact. I did see on Sports Kingdom 97 on Instagram, the last center to win Finals MVP, the last center to win League MVP, the last center to win a scoring title, the last center to win All-Star MVP, and the last center to score 60 points in a game.
Bam.
The last Don, son.
He's also probably the last true center.
He killed them all.
Yeah, they're.
See what he done?
He took them out.
Olajuwon, he killed him. Patrick Ewing, he killed him.
Mm.
David Robinson, he killed him. Olajuwon killed Shaq, but then Shaq came back reincarnated and killed him. Alonzo, nothing. Dikembe, 4-time player. Waylon says, well, who did he play in the finals? That's the thing. They said, who's Shaq and Kobe beat in the finals? They beat 3 bad teams. I said, it wasn't about that back then. You had to get to the Western Conference, which was loaded.
Uh-huh.
I said, 2001, he beat Chris Webber, a Hall of Famer, in the first round. Second round, he beat the Portland Trail Blazers. Multiple All-Stars who just take them to Game 7 the year before. Then he beat Chris Webber, Hall of Famer. Demolished Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Hall of Famers. Closed out the series by beating them by 29 and 39. Yeah, but who did he beat in the finals? He didn't beat who LeBron. I said he beat 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Dikembe Mutombo put 35 on his head. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm about to send your ass to Happy Haven, Waylon. and I said, nobody even likes LeBron James. He goes, yeah, like a lot of the analysts and stuff. And I was like, no. Like nobody outside of Gloria James. I think that's his mama named Gloria. Gloria and his queen, Savannah. Probably little Bronny.
Uh-huh.
They probably like LeBron James. I said, nobody else in this world actually likes LeBron James, Waylon. You and Gloria and Savannah and Bronny.
That's all of you.
And whatever his other kids' names are. But they probably like down deep like my daddy ain't Michael Jordan. I said, nobody likes this guy, Waylon.
Let's just stop with him before we go any further with him.
Yeah, no, he got. I put it on Twitter like it's a daily thing where like the other day he almost got elbowed like he flopped Like you look at it in slow mo, he's grabbing his head. He don't even know which side of the head he's supposed to got hit on. So he grabbed it here, then he come back. And he didn't even know. Then like, oh man, is LeBron okay from this? Then you look and he like didn't even come within 2 feet, and he's like, so I'll just almost daily you can count on a tweet from me. It says, "Prayers up for the king. Hope he can get through this vicious cycle."
That's enough LeBron James talk. I'm just not going to edit. I'm just not going to edit the end.
I'm in a happy place. I took
good.
a happy pill.
Good. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you got millions of dollars.
I just hope me and my son can get through this rough patch where he thinks LeBron James is actually a good person when he's not.
Well, legend. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle.
He can be a legend, but he's not a good person.
Okay. Well, let's stop there.
We are good people, Lucas.
There.
We are good people. We're going to be better people. We're going to go above and beyond to not be. We're not going to stoop to his level.
All right.
Because we're the One Lane Road podcast. Here for you each and every week when we can get together.
Every now and then.
I tell you what you guys need to do. We got some badass episodes in the archives. Now, we got some stinkers. Now, listen, we got some bad podcasts.
There's some stinkers in there. Hey, but there's some fire in there, too.
Oh, yeah. That's what the kids say.
There's some heat.
We don't even like to say the word. We don't even like to say the word fire. We just put out the little emojis with it on there.
We just put out the sound. That's what I put out, the crackling sound. There's some fire in there. We put out some like heat sometimes.
Man, we're really...
There's some terrible stinkers in there, too.
We got some... We're really good most of the time.
Sometimes.
We're better
now.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you can generally tell if it's going to be good within the first 10 or 15 minutes. You can you can hear it. Yeah. So listen, like my friend Gary Jones, he was like, I need to go back and listen. I was like, man, you can sometimes tell by the title. You can sometimes tell by the description. You know what their introduction was?
Tell me.
And I had to apologize because listen, I'm pretty well. Like I have really mellowed out on this podcast. When the microphone goes on, I feel the need sometimes to still be
rant a little bit,
be that say things that I probably big picture things shouldn't say, but I still like to be myself to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking. He's like, my wife heard the podcast for the first time today, and you know what part y'all were talking about? I said, oh God. I said, what? About the dribbling, about, the super soaker, and they don't come out as much as it used to. I said,
yeah.
I looked at Don, and I said, I apologize.
Well, a couple things. One, sorry.
And I said, but damn it.
It's true.
It's true.
All of it's true.
Anybody that ain't 25 anymore can tell you.
Yeah. Guy.
You know,
guy. She knows. I guarantee you she knows. She's seen it. Yeah. She goes, oh, I know what they're talking about. It's not just him.
No,
it's everybody.
It's everybody.
It's everybody.
I don't know what age that cuts off. How did the men in the movies,
I know. I went to college with a guy whose dad was 78 whenever me and him were 18. So, I mean, he had him at 60. So, it don't cut it pretty late in the game.
Look, I'm not asking about it working.
Mm-hmm.
That was not what I meant by the dribbling. I meant
I thought you meant when does it cut? Like when does it quit?
Like when you can stop having babies. That's what your thought I meant.
No, I thought when did you think it just quits coming out altogether?
I don't think
just
it ever
dust.
stops.
When does you just blowing dust?
I don't think that happens.
It just goes at some point.
But I mean, I just don't. I don't know. I just don't. It's a real thing. People can shake their heads when they listen to this all they want. Say, I can't believe these boys are talking about it.
But then they go home and go, well, that does happen.
Yeah.
That happened.
The process after is nowhere near as taxing.
Yeah.
As once before.
Yeah. It's not I don't need a bucket and a mop anymore.
Nobody's saying clean up in aisle 5 anymore. Okay.
You can kind of.
Where's that wet wipe at?
Yeah. I would say this is
one of them.
This is one wet wipe condition now.
It is what it is.
And
if you don't like that, I maybe don't listen, but, because there's
don't
more.
Say we're lying about it.
Yeah, just don't. I mean, yeah, call us trash if we're on a Bluetooth speaker at somebody's work all you want, but we speak the truth.
Yeah.
Dadgummit.
Back good.
All right. And we'll be back this Sunday. New Titans PA announcer, Matt Rogers. He won a contest through the Tennessee Titans. Longtime PA announcer Duke retired after all these years of service for the Titans. The guy says It's third down. He's gone. Matt Rogers, formerly of American Idol. So Matt Rogers got a good story. We're gonna talk to him this Sunday, and we may give you another episode on top of that one. Just you never know with us.
You don't know. You don't know what we're gonna do. We don't know what we're gonna do. We love you though.
Bye.